Sweet the whispers in your ear whenever Ember wanders near.
Yes, Alana tweeted out like 2 days ago. I don't know this person. Alana tweeted out that another VTuber, Nyx, got basically their entire channel nuked off of YouTube entirely. And their response was, I haven't even posted in ages, I just happened to see it and it's all just silly stream clips. My new channel also got hit like day 2, so at this point I'm not even surprised, just frustrated. And Alana was saying like, I don't know this person at all, but it sure is weird that this is like the 5th VTuber in the last 3 to 4 days that's been banned off of YouTube on her timeline. Why she got banned to begin with? Yes, she got banned to begin with for violence, for reacting to a video about killing mosquitoes. Yes, I'm aware. So now I don't know if it's gotten any worse than what I just talked about with this other VTuber having their entire channel nuked literally for no reason. But it's like, this is a concern because, like, while I'm not monetized on YouTube, I post on YouTube. So this affects me and affects literally every other VTuber because every VTuber posts on YouTube. Every VTuber does, even if it's just to advertise their stream, just like me. So I'm curious what's going on because this is also in conjunction with, and I don't know if Rev is going to talk about this, this is in conjunction with YouTube doubling the requirements to basically to monetize your channel as well. So this is like the VTuber apocalypse, or the VTuber side, however you wish to categorize it, is like coinciding with YouTube doubling the watch requirements for you to get monetized on YouTube in the first place. So let's see if there's even more going on here. By the way, JRC, thank you for the gifted. Thank you very much. Let's see what we got going on.
Hey, what's up, guys? Riff here. So in this video, I'm going to be talking about the Smug Alana situation yet again. This is the 3rd video I've made regarding this situation, and unfortunately, it's not a good update. Things have only gotten worse. Her plight, her complaints, her valid criticisms regarding the unfair strikes she has received on her YouTube channel have continued to fall on deaf ears at YouTube. And worse yet, more VTubers seem to be getting unfair strikes and even full channel terminations over the past couple of days. Now, in this video, towards the end, I'm going to provide my Hail Mary pass to hopefully bring a resolution to the situation. So, smugglers and/or fans of this channel, hang in there. I have something that hopefully we can do to try to alleviate this very unfair situation. Now,
I'll tell you right now that the way to alleviate this quote-unquote well, not even quote-unquote, but way to alleviate this very unfair situation, start dual posting. Everybody that regularly posts on YouTube needs to dual post on Rumble. Because I've been doing it for a long time. And especially if the big content creators start dual posting on Rumble, then more people might actually go watch the videos on Rumble. Yes, mods, switch over my stream category, please. That's been a big hurdle for Rumble, is getting people onto the platform. So if more big content creators start dual posting on both YouTube and Rumble, and maybe start like inching or encouraging their viewer base to start watching their content on Rumble, and they might get more traction over there because Rumble is trying to better themselves. I actually got an email from Rumble recently talking about stuff that it was like a quarterly earnings report that they've basically been, their profits have been improving, and that they're doing a bunch of stuff on the back end of the platform to improve it. So Rumble is Rumble is improving. They are actively trying to make improvements to be a legit competitor to YouTube, which they need to be. And yeah, I'm guessing Lana flat out said she does like Rumble, and I understand why. I do understand why Alana does not like Rumble, because Rumble, it's probably for the exact same reason why I was hesitant to post on Rumble in the beginning as well, and it's because Rumble is legitimately a very solid right-wing platform. When you go over there, you are getting, if you just go onto their homepage, you are getting inundated with just nothing but right-wing content. Staunchly right-wing. And so it's understandable that the average normie would not want to go over to Rumble. Yes, Rumble is a lot more free speech, but it's presenting a great deal more hard right-wing content on the homepage. And that is a turnoff for not simply just left-wingers, but for basically just people that don't go on to a video sharing platform wanting to get inundated with that type of content. YouTube, despite the issues that we have with it, YouTube still, when you go onto the YouTube homepage, still gives you a wealth of a variety of videos on the homepage. You still get a very nice blend of types of videos. Whereas Rumble, you go onto the homepage of Rumble, it's nothing but right-wing content. You're not getting that blend, so people aren't being completely overwhelmed with politics on the homepage. And so I understand why Alana is reticent of posting on Rumble for that specific reason, because now she's going to be posting her content on a platform that is shoving politics into new users' faces right off the jump, like nothing but right-wing politics right off the jump. So I understand. I don't falter for it at all, because I completely understand. It's why I was very hesitant to in the first place. The reason why I started to dual post on Rumble is because of the issues I was having with YouTube, where YouTube kept slapping me for the dumbest shit imaginable. And so I needed an alternative platform to post to, and quite frankly, Odyssey was not getting traction. Nobody's watching my videos in Odyssey. On Rumble, I'm at least getting some viewership, more than Odyssey. So if something happens with me on YouTube, I have an alternative to post to that is, it's nowhere near where YouTube is, but it's something. And so I think more people, like, number one, I think Rumble on their back end needs to fix their homepage so it's not enough. So visitors, Rumble, if you're watching, you need to fix your algorithm so people are not getting slapped in the face with heavy right-wing politics right off the jump on their homepage. If they can address that, that would go a long way to getting more people onto the platform. If they can, this issue that I'm talking about, the homepage, that is a big reason, probably the number one reason why people are not visiting the site as much as they want to, is because they when they go to it, they're not getting variety. If they can correct that, that will go a very long way into making the platform more inviting to normies.
Of course, when a YouTuber is hit with strikes or any sort of penalties against their channel, the only way they can really fight it is to go to Twitter, which is very unfortunate, because
this was another complaint
it'd be so much
I had.
better if you could just talk to someone at YouTube and actually...
Yes. This was a major complaint for me with YouTube, is that as a content creator, as someone who posts content on the site, if you receive a strike for something, you don't have any recourse unless you have a YouTube rep, unless you're a multi-million subscriber with a YouTube rep, you have no one to talk to. There is absolutely no one you can go to as a content creator if something happens with your videos or happens to your channel. The fact that you need to scream at the Twitter account of YouTube on a third-party platform to get their attention to deal with something should not be permissible. That should not be allowed. You should. But this is a scenario where I think by law, YouTube needs to have some kind of communication pipeline directly
Elon
for
seriously needs
content
to start
creators.
charging YouTube a fee for using his
Oh, yeah.
platform as customer service.
Oh, I think so too. I think so too. Not only that, I think Elon needs to start basically, and I've said this before, Elon needs to basically start side loading a video sharing site onto X. That is basically a direct competitor for YouTube. Because it would not be difficult for him to side load basically a site onto X for video sharing, very much like YouTube, and you've already got a built-in fan base. Like, basically have one of the tabs in Twitter being like a video sharing spot. I mean, access moderation. Okay, access moderation. Yeah, access moderation has been kind of shit lately. It has. That's something that Elon needs to address. He's putting someone new in charge, so maybe this new person he's putting in charge will address that. I don't know who he's putting in charge, but the person that he had in charge that was basically allowing Twitter to backslide into pre-Elon days, he's been like moved out of the CEO position. I don't know who he's going to put in. Whoever Elon puts in, he needs to make sure that Twitter gets back to the way that he claimed it was supposed to be, a platform of free speech. We'll see about that. But regardless, YouTube needs competition. That's what it boils down to. YouTube needs competition, and YouTube needs to basically get slapped around and forced to have a direct content creator communication pipeline with YouTube for issues like this, instead of begging YouTube on a third-party platform for something. That is despicable, that this is how YouTube operates. That if there's any problem as a content creator, you do not have direct communication with them in any way, shape, or form. You're going to a third-party website and just adding them and begging, please, YouTube senpai, notice me. And maybe it works, maybe it doesn't, and 9 times out of 10, 9.5 times out of 10, you don't need to get to talk to a human. And that should not be allowed.
Human being, but that's not how it works. You have to go to Twitter and tag @Team YouTube, and hopefully, after layers of dealing with bots there as well, eventually, maybe get to a human reviewer to address your situation properly. Now, for those who missed the previous episodes of Dragon Ball here, let me give a quick rundown. The first video that she had taken down was one where she was reacting to someone offing mosquitoes. Apparently, all mosquito lives matter to YouTube. They were very upset about this, so they struck Smugglana for violent graphic content, despite the fact that there is hundreds, if not thousands, of similar videos that are not only live on YouTube, but they're viral and completely untouched by the platform. And Team YouTube's response was not only dismissive, it even instructed her to do their job for them and start reporting the viral videos.
No, I want to correct Rev on that one. That's not instructing Alana to do their job for them. That was telling Lana narc on the other videos. They literally were telling Lana, Alana, become a narc. And narc on these other channels that you watch these videos on. Like, what are we doing? What the hell are we doing, YouTube? You're literally telling content creators to narc on one another? Are you fucking high? Like, what is wrong with it? What is wrong with this platform? This is getting absolutely insane.
Videos that are still up. Now, the second strike against her channel
and then this
happened
one
with this, where she was reacting to a 5-year-old clip on the Joe Rogan Experience clip channel, where a woman being interviewed mentioned an adult website she likes to frequent, and they struck Smugglana for sharing external links to adult websites. Now, of course, as she points out, Smugglana did not share any links, and in the video, they were just talking about it. But the video itself that she was reacting to...
Oh, that one is bad. Okay, so Alana was able to get that one restored because she didn't receive a strike for this one. This video talking about this adult site, where the video itself, not Alana, talks about the adult site. She did not receive a strike for that one. They just like took the video down. And so, okay, so midstream today, Alana was notified that the video is back up. Okay, so that one has been resolved. Okay, 1 out of 2. And she got a warning? Well, no, she couldn't have gotten a warning because she already has strike. She couldn't have received a warning for this particular video because she was already riding on a strike. There would be no warning. But YouTube, I think, can't just flat out take videos down. And I think sometimes what they'll do is they'll take a video down and say, if you do not delete it, you will get a strike. Maybe that was the situation. I don't know. I have no idea. But this one is she was already she was already received her strike for the mosquito video when she got hit with the one about the adult website one. And that one she said was just taken down, not issued a warning or strike for it. But apparently that one has been resolved. That somebody just said that today, as of the time of me streaming here, that she halfway through her stream that was resolved. Is it still 3 strikes and they delete your channel? Technically, it's 4. Technically, you get a warning, which once you get a warning, that stays there forever. You can never get rid of the warning. So you get a warning, and then it's 3 strikes. And then your channel, basically, it's nuked from orbit.
Is still alive and completely unpunished. Very weird. And that's really where we left things off in the previous video from 3 days ago. The situation back then got 10 times worse. Well, today it's 20 times worse. Am I ripping off the Nux Taku format with the titles? Absolutely. Now, I would make a joke about him possibly pressing legal action, but that might get me banned as well. But anyways, let's move on to the updates here. So, give credit where credit is due. Her friend Shoeonhead has been fighting in the trenches, trying to help out Smugglana, tagging Team YouTube in responses, which of course led to another review, which led to nothing. They just doubled down, or I guess at this point, triple down, at least in regards to the Joe Rogan reaction video.
Oh
and
my
then you
God.
can see Shu doing a different plan. Now, I saw this tweet before it was deleted. Basically, Shu tried to act like she needed help to try to get YouTube's attention and then try to redirect it to Smugglana, but it didn't work. As you can see, what's the issue? Trust the plan. The plan didn't work, but it was a valiant effort nevertheless.
Yeah.
And as Smugglana points out here, they even ignore people with millions of subs on YouTube. And as pointed out, anyone with 10 million subs on YouTube, you're not going to get any chance of talking to a human on the platform.
Exactly. That's what I was talking about. Unless you are a 10 million sub channel, you might get a YouTube rep and then you'll have a direct pipeline to talk to someone. If you don't have that, you're fucked. And that should not be allowed. That should not be allowed. That you have no direct pipeline as a creator to speak with someone at YouTube if there's an issue with your channel. And by the way, there's also something else that I take issue with in regards to YouTube doing video strikes. Why is it? This is kind of more of a, I don't know about philosophical question, but more of a rhetorical question, I suppose you could say, is why is it that with YouTube, if you post a video and immediately or down the line, YouTube doesn't like it, why is it that YouTube doesn't reach out to the creator as the response and say, hey, this is violating our content guidelines. You have 24 hours to take it down or you're going to receive a strike on your channel. Why? That even could be automated by AI, by the way. As a reminder, this is something that can be automated by AI that YouTube basically is all in on. It would be why has that not been a thing forever? Yeah, why do you as a content creator, if there's a problem, if your video violates TOS in some way, why is YouTube never done given an option to a content creator of, okay, we found a violation, you have 24 hours to take this video down or you will receive a strike on your channel. Why not? Why has YouTube never not done that? And that's not even like going to take more work on their part. You could literally program that into their AI. That when the AI has detected or has received a thing that is a TOS violation, that the AI sends because they're already using the AI to send the emails out. They're already using the AI to take down the videos. Why not do that instead, and say, instead of like constantly just like beating the shit out of content creators, like send a notice like, hey, this video violates terms of service. You have 24 hours to take it down. If you don't, you'll receive a strike. Why not do that? And some of you guys have already said it. It's because they want to boot small content creators off the channel. Kind of like with Twitch. Kind of like with Twitch, where Twitch considers like everyone below essentially like the top 0.05% of creators on the platform. They're a loss leader. They are quote unquote dead weight. Like Twitch came out recently with a thing that said like any content creator that doesn't have like 10 million or more viewership is dead weight because they're not making any money off the ad revenue from the smaller channels. So the smaller channels are considered dead weight. YouTube thinks the same thing. YouTube thinks the same way. Unless you are a 10 million plus channel with millions of views per video or hundreds of thousands of views per video day one, you are dead weight to YouTube. But instead of just like letting it ride like Twitch does, and YouTube will just basically try and nuke you off the platform. YouTube does everything it does to make the platform as uncomfortable as possible for you to get you to leave it, because you're actually costing them money versus making them money. That's basically what it boils down to.
A very unfortunate and very true reality, but it's not just Smugglana. There seems to be a targeting of VTubers. This happens not only on Twitch, but YouTube as well. So this VTuber, Psycho, also had a major situation going on where their entire channel, despite having 5 years of good behavior, no warnings whatsoever, was terminated. And after asking for help in another review, this is what they got. You can pause and read the entire interaction.
Which I'm going to do. Let's say it says, we took a look at your channel, confirmed that the decision stands. We recommend looking through this help article on our nudity and sexual content policy for more information. The section explains what type of content could violate this policy. Policy should be specifically helpful. She responded, I believe this was mislabeled and would like a secondary review. My channel contained React content and gaming content and no sexual content. I've put years in this channel with no warnings or any sort of problems like that. Is there anyone I can speak to in order to get my secondary review? I really would like to continue making content on YouTube, as I've been working hard to grow this channel, and this has really grown for years, and this is really disheartening. The response, our team, by the way, this is all on Twitter. All of this is being done on Twitter, just as a reminder. Our team has completed a final review of your account and the decision stands. Since we have shared all relevant details, we cannot provide further updates. Learn more on the previously shared article. Her response, I would really like to speak to a person, please. I feel I haven't been given all the relevant details, just a blanket reason and a permanent ban. I feel as though I've given years of good behavior, and I should at the very least be given a warning or a chance to address or fix whatever the issue was. This is extremely disheartening. Please, it's years of my life just gone in an instant with no recourse. Their response, as previously shared, we have provided all available information regarding the channel and are unable to offer support. Please take a moment and complete our online survey. We look forward to your feedback. By the way, this was an AI bot the entire time. No human hands touched the keyboard anywhere in this. This was all AI responses. Just to be aware, could not even get a human response out of any of this. Final review, AK, we didn't look at shit. Final review, no human eyes or hands address this in any way, and it was all AI, because that's what YouTube does. YouTube's all about just letting AI take over the entire platform. They want to get rid of all of the frontline human workers and just have the executives so they can just rake in all the money and don't have to pay employees. That's the plan.
Here, but this is, from my own experience, exactly what you get from these sorts of quote-unquote support systems where they say the review is final, which is not true. They'll review it again if you keep pressing. But eventually, the VTuber asks, "Can I speak to a person, please?" And you know what their response is?
Nope.
They say, "Hey, fill out a survey." Like, to add insult to injury, that is absolutely diabolical. But of course, Smugglana would say, "This is so disgusting, man." As she points out that so many VTubers seem to be targeted on YouTube these days, including another example recently with this VTuber,
Here we go.
Nyx, who reported that their entire channel was removed for nudity and sexual content.
That's going to be the go-to. That is going to be the go-to for YouTube's and for YouTube with VTubers.
Paradox is so cute.
Because we are
can't handle
cute
it. She's just so,
anime
she's so
girls or handsome, attractive husbandos. And because many VTubers maybe have, you know, okay, Yuki, hi. Hello, Yuki. Hello, Raiders. Welcome in. Holy crap, that's a lot. Welcome in, Raiders. How are you? How is your stream, Yuki? How you doing, you based girl, you? How's it going? Thank you for the raid. Thank you so very much. Welcome in, Raiders. Welcome in. You might thank you, Blue. Thank you very much. Welcome in. We are going over the Smugglana situation over on YouTube and how YouTube has seemingly been starting to target VTubers. No, I didn't get a new microphone. Same microphone it's always been. Why? Have you noticed a difference with X? So, yes, won't you please join us? What I was just about to say, thank you, Baron, for the 5 gifted. Thank you very much. What we were just talking about is how VTubers had been getting their entire accounts nuked by YouTube for nudity and sexual content. This has been the staple that YouTube has been levying at VTubers. And the reason why, yes, I know Rev really helped you out. Yes, he did. Rev is a sweetheart and is a wonderful guy. He even stopped calling me this person and started calling me by name. Yay! Thank you, McName. Thank you for the sub, the Yuki. Thank you very much. And yeah, what I was going to be saying is that they're using the nudity and sexual content because we're VTubers, because most VTubers are women. That is fact. Most VTubers are women, and I won't say most, but many female VTubers have models that are busty and have revealing clothing. And so because of that, either by YouTube's AI hallucinating, or because the engineers at YouTube programmed the AI in this way, it is targeting VTubers because most of us are cute and sexy anime girls. And so they're using the nudity and sexual content to target us because most of us are cute and sexy girls that are showing a lot of that perhaps maybe showing a lot of skin, showing a lot of cleavage, maybe showing too much hip, things like that. And that's why I think we're seeing so many, because this is the second VTuber in Rev's video here that was slapped for nudity and sexual content. So I think that's what they're doing, is they're using this specifically to target VTubers.
And as they point out in the replies to their post, I haven't even posted in ages, I just happened to see it all, and it's all just silly stream clips. My new channel also got hit like 2 days ago, or on day 2 at this point, so I'm not even surprised, just frustrated. And
Yeah.
Smuggalana says, I'm genuinely so confused at this point. Just random VTubers terminated and effed with. I'm starting to think the AI moderation is hitting harder on VTuber models specifically.
It is. And I just explained why. That is 100% correct. And it's because of how of what the majority of female VTuber models look like. Because the majority of them are like sexy, the AI is targeting VTubers because of that reason.
And I think there's definitely something to that. And in the days since her most recent strike, every day Smuggalana
Thank you,
has
Angel
been
Girl.
quoting herself, saying day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, and now day 5 of asking at Team YouTube why her reaction on this clip got taken down, but the original one on the Joe Rogan Experience clip channel is still up.
Yeah. And there's a very simple explanation for that part. Now, you can also think that VTuber, since it's VTubers, is hentai or ecchi. Yes. Yes, correct. That's kind of what I was talking. That's kind of where I was going with that. With most VTubers are sexy anime girls. But yeah, you know why it's still up on the Joe Rogan channel? You know why YouTube hasn't taken down the video on Joe Rogan's channel? Anyone want to take a guess why it's still up on Joe Rogan's channel? Just take a crazy guess. Exactly. Because if they took down Joe Rogan would have no problem suing the fuck out of Google and YouTube. Joe Rogan has more money than God. Joe Rogan has more money than Asmongold. So he would not hesitate. If they tried to take down his video like this, he would not hesitate to get on the phone with his lawyers and say, start drawing up legal paperwork, we're taking him to court. He would not hesitate to do it, and they know it. And they're scared of him. That's why they don't fuck with the big channels, because the big channels with tens of millions of subs and millions of views per video have money. They have a lot of money, and they will not hesitate to sue YouTube the second that they try to fuck with them. So it's no surprise whatsoever that Joe Rogan's video is still up. They will never take down one of Joe Rogan's videos. They will not take down the video of they won't take down Mr. Beast's videos. They probably won't take down Asmongold's videos. Any of their basically whale channels, they're not going to touch. 2 reasons. 1, those whale channels are making them billions of fucking dollars. And 2, the owners of those channels have millions upon millions of dollars that they can easily just sue YouTube for and farm that lawsuit for content and make them even more money. That's why they'll never touch them.
And of course, it's falling on deaf ears. And down here, she basically says that she believes they're just waiting for her 7-day ban to expire, probably. And I think they just want this whole situation to go away. That's my personal opinion. I think they want nothing to do with this. I don't think they care. Unless you're someone with tens of millions of subs, they don't really have that much energy or time for you. And the very limited human resources at YouTube, I mean, unfortunately, even having hundreds of thousands of subs is not enough. And I can speak from personal experience, even having 700 plus thousand. Like, you're
that would be, honestly, would it be funny if Joe Rogan came out to defend Alana? Honestly, if Joe Rogan did that, if Joe Rogan just came out of nowhere and from the top fucking rope went after YouTube, that would be amazing. And not only that, it would be a huge amount of social clout for Joe Rogan if he did that. Like, he just comes out of nowhere from the top rope, drops a people's elbow onto YouTube about what they did to Alana. That would be huge if he did that. Now, is he going to do that? No, probably not. Realistically, he's not. But that could fundamentally be almost a game changer if he did that, where he basically said, "Hey, YouTube, yeah, you're gonna remove, you're gonna quit fucking with these, with these VTubers." Granted, they've already unlocked her video, so this is kind of all a moot point. But if he had done that, that would have been fantastic. Because now because the moment the whales start turning on the platform, they're in trouble. And honestly, at this point, YouTube basically needs to get checked. It does. YouTube needs to get a fucking reality check about what they're doing to their content creators. You protect Google started cutting them off budget-wise, which could be why they announced the new monetization policy. It could be. The new monetization policy, I think, is, again, to try and make things very uncomfortable for users on the platform. I do think it's designed to make users uncomfortable with the platform, so they just leave their whales to make room for the larger mainstream media to come in and start using their platform for their content. Like YouTube, I think, wants to be a mainstream media aggregate. And so if they can make it uncomfortable for the small creators, keep their big creators because they're making a buku bucks, and then also bring in the mainstream media and become an aggregate, money, 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 money. It's tinfoil hat theory, but it's still my theory.
Not going to get in contact with a human being unless you jump through 10 layers of hoops on Twitter to eventually maybe get a response from a human being. And as you can see, she has a 7-day vacation right now because the first strike gave her a warning. The second one was the first official strike on her channel, which means you can't stream or upload videos for 7 days. Now, at this point, what do? I don't know. We've kind of tried many things, but I'm going to throw my hat in the ring here. I have this drafted tweet. I'm going to post it before this video goes live. I'm going to provide a link to it in the description and pinned comment. All I ask is that you guys support this, repost it, comment, tag YouTube, Team YouTube that is, and try to maybe make something happen. I thought personally just sharing her tweets, tagging Team YouTube, would be enough to eventually resolve this situation, but that clearly wasn't enough. And who am I? But I don't know. I've made this work before for myself, so I'm going to give it another chance here. So again, follow the link, share it, support it, and let's see if we can do something in this situation. But for now, that's going to do it for this video. If you enjoyed, please consider giving the video a like, consider subscribing, and turning on notifications for daily uploads, as well as multiple streams every week live here on YouTube. But overall, hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time.
Unfortunately, it's not going to do anything. As much as I would love to say, hey, this might actually do something, it's not. YouTube doesn't care. YouTube just flat out doesn't care. This is deliberate. What they are doing is 100% deliberate. And it's going to continue. It's going to continue, and I suspect it's going to get worse. I really do.